It was a cold autumn evening when Emma discovered the key. The wind howled outside, shaking the windows of her new home. Emma's family had moved to a small town a few weeks earlier, leaving behind the busy streets of the city. Although everything was new and strange, Emma tried to remain brave and curious. While exploring the dusty attic of the old house, Emma searched among boxes filled with forgotten memories. She opened an ancient wooden chest and, to her surprise, found a golden key with mysterious symbols engraved on its surface. The key glowed softly in her hand, and she felt a warm energy that she could not explain. "What could this open?" Emma whispered, her voice trembling with both excitement and fear. She wondered if the key belonged to a hidden door somewhere in the house, a door that had been locked for many years. With a determined heart, Emma decided to find the lock that matched this curious key. After a careful search of every corner in the attic, she remembered a narrow door at the end of a long hallway on the first floor. That door had always been closed and seemed out of place compared to the rest of the house. Clutching the key tightly, Emma made her way downstairs, her footsteps echoing on the old wooden floor. Standing before the mysterious door, Emma took a deep breath. The door was made of dark wood and had a small keyhole that looked ancient. Slowly, she inserted the key into the lock. With a soft click, the door creaked open, and a rush of cold air swept over her. Beyond the door lay a dark, narrow passage that disappeared into the unknown. Taking one last look at the familiar part of her home, Emma stepped into the passage, determined to uncover the secret behind the hidden door. As the door closed behind her, the adventure began. Emma walked down the narrow corridor, feeling both scared and excited. The passage was dimly lit by a few old lanterns hanging on the walls. Their faint glow revealed stone walls, covered with ancient carvings, and a floor that was worn smooth by time. Every step Emma took echoed softly, and the silence made her heart beat faster. After a short walk, the corridor opened into a small circular room. In the center stood a pedestal with a dusty old book resting on top. Emma approached slowly, noticing that the book's cover was decorated with the same mysterious symbols as the key. Carefully, she opened the book. The pages were yellowed and fragile, yet the words were written in clear, simple English that she could understand. The book told the tale of a long-forgotten secret. Many years ago, the house belonged to a kind family who kept a magical door hidden from the world. This door was said to lead to a place of wonder and adventure, a place where time moved slowly and where dreams could come true. The book mentioned that only a person with a brave heart and a curious mind could unlock the door's full power. As Emma read, she learned that the key she held was not just an ordinary object. It was a symbol of hope and courage, meant for someone who was ready to embrace change. The pages described challenges, puzzles, and hidden rooms that lay ahead. Emma's eyes shone with determination. She realized that her life was about to change in ways she had never imagined. Leaving the book on its pedestal, Emma decided to explore further. The room had 3 doorways, each leading to a different path. One door was marked with a symbol of a tree, another with a symbol of a star, and the third with a symbol of a wave. Unsure which path to choose, Emma thought back to the book's message. The journey was as important as the destination. With careful consideration, she chose the door with the tree symbol, hoping that nature and growth would guide her. The door with the tree symbol creaked open to reveal a long staircase that led downward. Emma descended slowly, feeling as if she were stepping into another world. At the bottom of the stairs, she found herself in a vast underground garden. Soft bioluminescent plants lit the area with a gentle green glow. The garden was filled with fragrant flowers, twisted vines, and the sound of trickling water. In the center of the garden stood an old oak tree with a face carved into its trunk. The tree's eyes seemed to follow Emma as she walked closer. "Welcome, traveler," the tree said in a deep, warm voice. Emma gasped. She had not expected the tree to speak. Who are you?" Emma asked, trying to steady her voice. "I am the guardian of the garden," the oak replied. "This place is known as the Garden of Whispers. It is a safe haven for those who seek truth and adventure. Your arrival was foretold long ago." Emma felt a mix of wonder and uncertainty. "Foretold? What do you mean?" The tree explained that many years before, a prophecy had been written about a young person who would find a golden key and unlock a secret door. This person would then embark on a journey to discover a hidden world that had been lost over time. Emma listened intently, feeling a deep connection to the prophecy. Your heart is full of courage, and your mind is eager to learn, the guardian said kindly. But every journey has challenges. To move forward, you must answer a question. What is the most important quality a traveler must have? Emma thought about her own adventures, the moments when she had been unsure, and the times when hope had carried her through. I believe it is perseverance, she answered slowly, the willingness to keep going even when things are hard. The tree smiled, its carved face softening. You are wise beyond your years. Perseverance will indeed guide you. Take this gift. From one of its branches, the tree dropped a small, glowing leaf into Emma's hand. This leaf will light your way when darkness surrounds you. With the leaf in her hand and the key safely tucked in her pocket, Emma thanked the guardian and continued her journey. The garden of whispers faded behind her as she followed a narrow, winding path that led to a massive, ancient door covered in vines and moss. The door was different from the one she had opened earlier. It was larger and bore symbols that glowed in the dim light. Emma knew that behind this door lay the next chapter of her adventure. With a deep breath, she pushed the door open and stepped into a long corridor that seemed to stretch into infinity. The corridor was unlike anything Emma had ever seen. The walls were lined with portraits and faded photographs of people who had once lived in the house. Each image told a story of love, loss, and dreams. Emma walked slowly, her eyes scanning the faces of strangers who now seemed like old friends. As she moved along the corridor, the glowing leaf in her hand began to shimmer. It lit up a particular painting, a portrait of a smiling family standing in front of a grand building. At the bottom of the portrait was a small inscription, the legacy of those who believed in hope. Emma wondered if this painting held a clue to the mysteries of the house. A soft voice echoed through the corridor. Remember the past to guide your future, it said. Emma stopped and looked around. The voice seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It was gentle and encouraging, as if the house itself was speaking to her. Determined to learn more, Emma examined the other paintings. One portrait showed a young woman holding a key much like the one Emma carried. Another depicted a man with kind eyes and a book in his hand. The pictures suggested that the house had been home to many dreamers and adventurers over the years. Emma felt a growing sense of purpose. If others had found their way through the hidden door before her, perhaps she was meant to continue their journey and write her own story. At the end of the corridor, Emma found a door with a small plaque that read Memories Room. Inside, the room was filled with objects and letters from the past. On a table lay a diary, its cover worn with age. Emma opened the diary and began to read. The diary belonged to a girl named Lily, who had once lived in the house. Lily wrote about her dreams, her challenges, and the secret door that led to a magical world. The words were simple and honest, filled with hope and longing for adventure. Emma felt a connection with Lily's words. We are not so different, she thought. Both had a longing for something greater, a desire to find magic in the everyday. Inspired, Emma carefully placed the diary back on the table and decided to continue forward, knowing that the memories of the past would help light her path. Beyond the memories room, a new passage opened. This time, Emma found herself stepping into a vast underground cavern that led to an exit into the world above. The air was fresh and cool as she emerged into a forest unlike any she had seen before. The trees were tall and ancient, their leaves whispering secrets to one another as the wind passed through. The forest was bathed in soft twilight, with beams of moonlight breaking through the canopy. Emma felt both small and safe in this mysterious place. Along a narrow dirt path, she encountered a gentle stream that wound its way through the woods. The water sparkled with a faint light, reminding her of the glowing leaf given by the guardian of the garden. As Emma followed the stream, she soon heard the soft sound of music. Curious, she moved toward the sound and discovered a small clearing where a group of people had gathered. They were sitting in a circle around a fire, sharing stories and laughter. Their voices were warm and inviting, and even though Emma was a stranger, they welcomed her with kind smiles. One of the people, an older man with silver hair and deep, caring eyes, introduced himself as Mr. Harper. "Welcome, dear traveler," he said. "You have come a long way on your journey. Please, join us for a while and share your story." Emma hesitated at first but then sat down by the fire. The group listened intently as she told them about the key, the hidden door, the mysterious book, and the strange journey through the corridors of memories. In turn, Mr. Harper and the others spoke of their own adventures. They told Emma about the legend of the hidden door, a secret portal that connected their world to a realm of dreams, magic, and endless possibility. The stories were simple, yet full of wonder. Each tale carried a lesson about bravery, kindness, and the importance of never giving up. Emma felt her heart grow lighter with each story. She realized that although her path was filled with uncertainty, she was never truly alone. The spirit of those who had come before and the kindness of strangers would guide her onward. As the night grew deeper, Mr. Harper handed Emma a small hand-drawn map. "This map has been passed down through many generations," he explained. "It will help you navigate the next part of your journey. The Whispering Woods. Remember, trust your heart, and you will never be lost." Thanking him sincerely, Emma tucked the map safely into her bag. With a final look at the warm faces around the fire, she rose and set off toward the deep forest. The path ahead was uncertain, but Emma felt stronger than ever, ready to face whatever lay beyond the next bend. The Whispering Woods were dense and full of secrets. The trees seemed to move as if alive, and the soft sounds of nature created an eerie melody. Emma followed the map carefully, the paper guiding her through winding paths and over small streams. The glowing leaf in her hand pulsed gently whenever she strayed from the correct route, serving as a constant reminder of the magic within her. As Emma ventured deeper, the forest became more challenging. Thick underbrush and tangled vines blocked her path, and strange sounds echoed in the distance. Yet, she pressed on with determination. Every obstacle felt like a lesson in perseverance. As the guardian of the garden had foretold, during her journey, Emma encountered a fork in the path. One trail led to a dark, murky swamp, while the other wound upward toward a hill covered in soft green moss. Remembering Mr. Harper's words about trusting her heart, Emma chose the upward path. The climb was steep, and the air grew thinner, but the view from the hilltop was breathtaking. From there, she could see the entire forest stretching out like a vast, mysterious sea of green. At the top of the hill, Emma found a small stone monument engraved with symbols similar to those on the key. It was a marker left by those who had traveled before her. As she examined the monument, a gentle breeze carried a whispered message. "In darkness, find the light. In silence, hear your heart." These words resonated deeply with Emma. She understood that the challenges she faced were meant to help her grow and to remind her that every difficulty could be overcome with courage and determination. After resting by the monument, Emma resumed her journey. The woods gradually grew quieter, and the path became less obstructed. The glowing leaf now shone brightly, lighting the way even when the forest was at its darkest. As she walked, Emma felt a growing sense of calm and clarity. The trials of the Whispering Woods had taught her that even in the face of uncertainty, the smallest light could lead to great hope. Before long, Emma reached the edge of the forest. In the distance, she saw the faint outline of a grand structure, an old stone building covered in ivy. This, she believed, was the next destination foretold by the map and the legends she had heard. With renewed energy, Emma stepped forward into the clearing, ready to unlock the next chapter of her adventure. The ancient stone building stood silently at the edge of the forest, its weathered walls and tall, arched windows hinting at centuries of history. Emma approached the entrance with a mixture of excitement and reverence. The heavy wooden door bore intricate carvings that told stories of battles, love, and hope. This was clearly a place of great importance to those who had come before. Inside the stone keep, the air was cool and filled with a sense of mystery. Long corridors stretched out before Emma, lined with tapestries and relics of a bygone era. She could almost feel the memories of the past embedded in every stone. As she walked down the main hall, she found a large mural on one wall. The mural depicted a family gathered around a glowing door, the very door Emma had passed through, and symbols of the key and the leaf intertwined in a beautiful pattern. In the center of the hall, Emma discovered a circular room with a domed ceiling. In the middle of the room was a pedestal similar to the one in the underground garden, but this one held a small ornate box. The box was locked, and beside it lay a piece of parchment with a short message written in simple, clear words. "Only with trust and the strength of your heart will the truth be revealed." Place the key in the box, and let the light guide you. Emma's hands trembled slightly as she took the key from her pocket and inserted it into a small keyhole on the box. With a soft click, the box opened to reveal a beautiful, shimmering crystal. The crystal radiated a soft light that filled the room, and for a moment, Emma felt as if time itself had slowed. As she held the crystal, a warm voice filled the room. "You have done well, Emma. Your journey has brought you far, and your heart is pure." The voice seemed to come from the very walls of the stone keep. "This crystal is the heart of hope. It holds the power to reveal the truth about your past, your future, and the legacy of those who believed in the magic of this world." Emma listened in awe as the voice continued. "Long ago, the hidden door was created to protect a secret world, a place where dreams and reality merge. You, dear traveler, are the chosen one who will restore balance and share its wonder with others. With this crystal, you can unlock memories long forgotten and bring light to the darkest corners of the past." The crystal's light grew brighter, and images began to appear on its surface. Emma saw scenes of a joyful family, a community filled with laughter, and a time when the hidden door was a beacon of hope. She saw her own reflection among the faces, realizing that her arrival was part of a long lineage of brave souls who had kept the magic alive. Overwhelmed by the significance of the moment, Emma carefully placed the crystal into a small compartment built into the pedestal. The room filled with a soft hum as the crystal merged with the ancient stone. In that moment, Emma felt a deep connection to the past and a powerful sense of responsibility for the future. The voice spoke once more softly. "Your journey does not end here, Emma. With the heart of hope restored, you must now carry its light into the world above. Teach others the lessons of courage, perseverance, and love. The hidden door has given you the gift of understanding. Use it well." Leaving the stone keep, Emma stepped out into the early light of dawn. The whispering woods lay behind her, and ahead was the familiar countryside, bathed in the gentle glow of sunrise. The journey through the mysterious underground paths, the warm encounters in the garden, and the trials in the forest had transformed her. She no longer felt lost or afraid. Instead, she felt filled with purpose and hope. Emma began her walk back to the house, her mind buzzing with the knowledge and memories she had gathered. The golden key, now a symbol of her courage, remained safely tucked away, and the glowing leaf still pulsed gently in her hand. Each step was a promise that she would carry the legacy of those who had come before and share the magic of the hidden door with the world. As Emma reached her family's home, the first rays of sunlight streamed through the windows. Her parents were waiting at the door, their faces filled with relief and wonder. When Emma recounted her adventure, her words were simple yet powerful. She spoke of mysterious keys, enchanted gardens, wise guardians, and a hidden legacy that connected the past with the future. Her family listened intently, and soon the whole town began to hear of Emma's journey. Neighbors and friends gathered to learn about the hidden door and the secrets it held. Emma decided to open a small school in the town, a place where stories, adventures, and the lessons of the past would be shared with everyone. She believed that every person, no matter how small or ordinary, held a spark of magic waiting to be ignited by hope and perseverance. The hidden door, once a secret known only to a few, became a symbol of possibility for the entire community. Emma organized gatherings in the garden, where people would come together to tell stories and share experiences. The heart of hope, as revealed by the crystal, continued to shine in the stone keep, reminding everyone that even in difficult times, there is always light to guide the way. Years later, Emma's journey was remembered as the beginning of a new era, a time when the barriers between past and present, dream and reality, were gently dissolved by the power of trust, love, and the simple belief in a better tomorrow. Emma, now grown and wise, continued to inspire those around her, teaching English through the magic of storytelling and the adventures of her own life. Her story spread beyond the small town, reaching people from far and wide who sought hope and inspiration. In every retelling, the language was simple and clear, making it easy for learners to understand, and for everyone to appreciate the beauty of a brave heart and a curious mind. And so, the hidden door remained not just a passage to another realm, but a lasting reminder that every challenge, every mystery, and every journey begins with the courage to step forward and trust in the magic of life. In the years that followed, The town flourished with creativity and learning. Emma's small school grew into a community center where stories were shared, languages were taught, and dreams were encouraged. The garden that once whispered secrets now resonated with laughter and music, and the ancient stone keep stood as a monument to hope and perseverance. Every evening, as the sun set over the countryside, people would gather near the hidden door to listen to Emma's voice, now calm and wise as she recounted the adventures that had shaped her life. Her tales were filled with simple words and clear messages that in every heart there is a spark, that challenges can be overcome with determination, and that the past, with all its lessons, is a guide to a brighter future. For every new student learning English, Emma's story became a stepping stone, a bridge, connecting the simplicity of language with the complexity of life's experiences. Through her storytelling, many discovered that learning a new language was not just about words and grammar, but about sharing dreams, understanding one another, and keeping hope alive in every moment. As time passed, Emma often returned to the underground paths, the Garden of Whispers, and the Stone Keep. In these quiet moments, she would stand before the ancient oak, speak softly to the guardian, and renew her promise to always seek truth and share its light with the world. The legacy of the hidden door, the golden key, and the heart of hope became a part of the town's identity, a constant reminder that every journey, no matter how long or challenging, begins with a single brave step. And so, the story of Emma and her adventure lives on, passed down through generations as a timeless tale of courage. In the end, Emma understood that the magic was never in the door or the key alone. It was in every moment of determination, every act of kindness, and every word spoken with honesty. And as long as there were hearts willing to listen, the hidden door would remain open, inviting all who dared to dream and to learn that life itself is the greatest adventure of all.